Hey guys, Chris here. I just wanted to do a review of the Kinetic Traxle, which is a replacement thru-axle if you want to put your thru-axle bike on a turbo trainer. So if you're familiar with turbo trainers, normally you get a replacement quick release skewer and you take your quick release skewer out the back of your current bike, you stick the turbo trainer one in, that's now just your new quick release and that's the thing that the turbo trainer grips onto. But what do you do if you've got a thru-axle bike, like I have here, because it looks like this, and obviously the big handle here, nothing at this side, nothing at all for the turbo trainer to grab onto? Well, the answer is that you need a replacement thru-axle. Some manufacturers like Kinetic and like Traxle make replacement ones, and in the case of this one, the Kinetic Traxle, you can use this on other turbo trainers as well. Haven't seen any brand where this hasn't worked so far. Doesn't mean it will work with them all, but it certainly works with quite a few of them. And what you get is it looks like a standard thru-axle, but without the handle here. There's also these series of spacers, and they come in a bunch of different lengths and thread sizes as well. So depending on your bike manufacturer, you'll need to buy a different kind of version of the Traxle so that it has the right thread count and is the right length. Can be a bit tricky to work that out, it's quite frustrating. But you get a bunch of the spacers in the box and you'll just need to try those until they work. So the way you install it is that you take out your existing quick release thru-axle, and you'll probably want to put a bit of the lithium grease on the thread just to make sure it goes in and out quite nicely. Now it doesn't have the handle to wind in and out, so once you insert it and find the right level of spacers, and once you're happy, you just push the thing in. And it's a bit fiddly. Once you're in, then you'll need an Allen key. It's quite a chunky one, and you'll just have to wind it in. Now, with a standard thru-axle, it will never come out the other side of the bike. It will just screw in and job done. With this one, the thread will come out. So you can see I've now got this thread sticking out one side of my bike, and I'll take the nut and I'll just manually screw this on. And here's the tricky part. To keep it in place, we then need a spanner or a wrench if you're the other side of the Atlantic, and we just need to give that a quick tighten as well. Now this does mean it's a pain, because if you want a quick release system, you can just drop the quick release in and it's replaced and you're done and it's happy days. With these, because you need a spanner to tighten it up, you've probably got the Allen key on your multi-tool that you carry in your saddle bag already. I'm assuming you do, you should. But then the question is, well, do you swap the replacement thru-axle out every time you go for a ride outside, which is what I do? It's a hassle, it takes time. Or do you carry a spanner around in your saddle pack so that if you do get a puncture, you can still get the wheel off? Neither way is brilliant. It's not as good as having a quick release system, but this way will allow you to get your thru-axle bike on a turbo trainer. Hope you found this video useful. Hit subscribe if you want to see more cool videos.